Hello YouTube, it's me Gordon Finn, and today I am playing The Orchard of Stray Sheep. Now, this is another visual novel. I forgot who made this one. But I honestly found this one interesting, because we play a teacher for, like, I believe 5 girls, and I believe we're on an island. I know we're teaching 5 girls. Oh, other than that, I am not sure. So let's just get into it. Prologue. Per asthma ad Britannium. I thought I was playing in English. Oh, no, actually, to be fair, that's not even Japanese. So, it's supposed to be only English and Japanese. What the heck does that even mean? And I do kind of like how they have like a Swenya thing in here. Er, oh, I guess that means just like through hardship to paradise. Yeah, yeah, I can kind of see that, like paradise being here. Er, that I'm not sure why that translates to two. I'm not sure why that translates to hardship either, and I'm not sure why that translates to through. But no matter. Anyway, we're in the prologue. So. Okay, who the heck are you? Uh, oh. Have you ever felt strange and lonely feeling uh, in the middle of a typical morning? No, can't say I have. Have you ever had this awkward sense that something wasn't sent right as you went about the day, as though something was missing or that someone wasn't there? Huh. Again, I can't really see that I have. I haven't really ever felt that there was something that wasn't right. Uh, though to be fair, I also haven't felt like I was lonely. Like, uh, perhaps it's more than just a sense. What do you mean? And that it's all more true here at this academy. Oh. Okay. What the? Uh, what the? Why is why is the screen glitching out at least a little bit? This happened long ago. One spring, a girl enrolled into the academy. Let's call her Kay. The student dormitory she lived in and was surrounded by trees that also functioned as a windbreak because as it was built particularly close to the shoreline, closer than any other building on this isolated island. Kay did not remember anything about who she was before she came to this academy. Who in the heck? Oh wait, no. Oh yeah, it's the girl. Oh, just like all the other students here. Huh. Okay, so literally nobody knows who they were before they came to the academy. I guess we're in purgatory. Let's say purgatory. We're a teacher for purgatory, guys. uh, Kay was introverted and shy around strangers. Very shy around strangers. She had trouble making friends and could not bring herself to discuss it with her teachers either. Which is why a month after Kay enrolled into the academy, she might as well have not been there. I don't want to make myself any more miserable. Afraid of being out in front of people, Kay shut herself inside the student dormitory. About a year into her time here at the academy, Kay had become so reclusive that she had skipped classes. However, concerned about her personality, the teachers opt to be willfully blind. Without anyone intervening, Kay grew more and more introverted by the day. Kay's dormitory room was the only single-person room in the academy. This was very rare as students were required to have a roommate. Kay did not know why she was the only one to have a room to herself. though it didn't particularly bother her. Although the fact that the room felt slightly too big and the extra bed added to her loneliness decay, the room was a paradise. After all, it was easier not to hate herself when there was no one else to compare herself to. The teachers who thought of her as a nuisance were never there to bother her either. Her only her only visitors were the sounds of the waves that drowned out the noise of the outside world. Kay deeply loved the tranquility and protection from the barbaric outside world that it offered. However, there was one thing that weighed on her mind. It was about a week after she had shut herself inside. She found a diary with a checkered pattern in the extra closet. The diary had neither a name nor a date written on it. Is it gonna be a future diary thing and that goes and predicts the future, and has it correctly? And no, that's not. And that's not a spoiler of Mirari Nikki because that's literally the premise of the anime. In fact, it says that within then about like anything that's said in the first episode, I honestly do not consider a spoiler. Uh, because in all honesty, well, except if it's like towards the end, and if it's something that changes drastically, like for example, uh, if of like if it's somebody that is just uh like basically somebody that's in like a little delusion for pretty much the entire duration of the first episode, and then like towards the end it goes and changes out of that delusion, and the change out of that delusion I would say is a spoiler. But anything else before that, I would probably say isn't a spoiler. Kay did not recognize it. After all, it did not belong to her. It must have belonged to an alumni who had lived in the room before. The student dormitory was pretty run down. There was no telling how long ago it was built. Therefore, it wouldn't be unusual at all for someone to come upon some of the graduates' belongings. Kay was satisfied with that explanation. That was despite the fact that Kay had already searched every corner of the room on the day she moved in, and despite the fact that the handwriting in the diary looked familiar. Er, Thinking back, I don't want to remember. Oh, God. Perhaps her fascination began when she first had that strange out of place feeling. That is kind of creepy. Uh, what? Uh, okay, I'm kind of starting to think that this is like a horror visual novel. In all honesty, her fascination was with her. Okay. This is a really creepy one. And there's some more epilepsy things. I will definitely have to have an epilepsy warning for this. I don't know why there's no epilepsy warning for this game. Um, as the spring was turning into summer, Kay made a friend. Her friend was your average student, a girl who loved reading and nature. She was a very polite person, and she had doted on her roommate A as though she was her sister. Sorry, as though she were her sister. She started every morning by feeding the stray cats on campus. This kind of makes me question if she's in a delusion with this, and so like A doesn't like exist. Before bedtime, she religiously read the books written by someone from long ago named Capote. Uh, Kay must have known her friend better than anyone else, perhaps even better than A herself. And Kay and her friend shared the same interests and had and had similar personalities. In other words, you'd say they were very alike. Hmm. That makes me question how it is. because their personalities and interests were. Uh, the two of them became fast, irreplaceable friends. Not. The two of them lived in different times. It was but a one-sided friendship on Kay's part. Kay did not even know her friend's name. Her friend existed only inside the bulky checkered diary. Kay lived alone inside that seaside student dormitory where only the beating waves could be heard. Despite that, she was able to soothe her sense of loneliness with the traces of someone who once lived here. She couldn't see her, she couldn't hear her. She didn't even know what her name was. All she had were remnants of her memories. Kay read only a page of the diary each day. It was as though she were enriching each of her empty days with the memories of someone she had never met. I'm home. The girl only ever spoke inside the dorm room, asking for someone to stay with her until she fell asleep again. A is such a spoiled kid. The girl only ever laughed when she was reading her friend the diary. Thanks to the sound of the waves drowning out all the voices, her strange laughter could not be heard outside the room. Is this Mr. T? That Mr. T? Several days had passed since Kay started reading the diary. Kay noticed that she recognized some of the people mentioned in the diary. Whoever that wrote this diary must have been here pretty recently. At first, that was all she could tell. Then one day, no way, she noticed something strange. Most of the students being written about in the diary were students whom Kay knew, all except the author and A. However, no one at the academy resembled the author or A. Just who are you? The only answers that Kay received were the sounds of the turning pages. Her friend would only respond by continuing to tell her stories silently, up until the final words written in the diary. I don't want to forget. Okay, so it started out with I don't want to remember, then now I don't want to forget. Uh, I don't want to remember. I don't. This definitely is very weird. And I think that the person that we were seeing earlier was K. That night was far noisier than usual. The waves would not cease beating against the shore. Struck by the ocean winds, the windows kept clattering. Those sounds were the walls of the fortress that kept her isolated from the annoying outside world. Or at least that should have been the case. And even though that should have been the case, K? Oh, shoot. That's really creepy. It was the sound of the beating waves. K. Hey, K. Oh, flittering amongst the blowing winds, the current suddenly brushed against Kay's bed sheets. Hey, Kay, try to remember. Eek! It felt as though she was going to scream her lungs out any moment. She had covered herself from head to toe with her blanket. There was something on the other side. Hey! It was coming towards her, the warmth, the breathing, towards her ear. Hey, Kay. Stop it! Uh, yeah, this is really creepy. This is I'm not sure. This this is definitely one of the creepiest things I've ever read. I did not think that this would be that creepy. Uh, eh. Though to be fair, I don't think that anybody would have expected it to be this creepy based on what it was. As like I forgot what it was even. I think like I definitely know that I was not expecting this. Her hands tightly clenching her sheets were dripping with sweat. In the dim environment under her blanket, she did not dare to move her narrowly opened eyes. Her attention is focused on the only sounds of the breathing, both hers and that of something else, of something else's. and the ticking of the clock next to her bed. As each second passed, she wished that it was all a dream. Between each of her faint breaths, she prayed that this was just a dream. She kept telling herself not to think about it, yet her awareness heightened with each passing moment. Hey, Kay! 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 Something was shaking her body. The people next door must have been making a ruckus. Hey, answer me! Oh, stop it! Stop it, please! I don't want to know anything about you. Oh, she's silently screamed it inside her head. In her horrified state, she was slowly losing her cool next to building anxiety and confusion. And oh my god. Like the beating sea waves, the endless refrain continued every night. Uh, that night, the voice visited her once again. Kay did not reply at all. Amongst the sounds of the waves and the breeze that she loved, a girl's whisper could be heard. Kay. Night after night, the presence of that somebody on the other side of her blanket became clearer and clearer. By the time the cries of the cicadas could no longer be heard, she could always feel that someone was there next to her, even though she wasn't able to hear her voice. The sounds of the windows clattering in the wind and the waves beating against the shore were drowning out everything else. One on late summer evening, just when the setting sun had finally sunk below the horizon. Hey, there's a voice. In response, Kay said, "Just who are you?" After a long silence, she sat up from her bed. There was no response, and no one was there. She could hear neither the girl's breathing nor her voice. It's he, ha, ha, ha. It was a dry laugh filled with a sense of relief. She thought to herself, just what was I so frightened of? Well, of course, the girl she heard must have been an hallucination. It must have been all hallucination caused by her anxiety. Even though she was trembling just a second earlier, she had regained her composure. The room was silent and lifeless. It was all her own imagination. It must have been a production of her fascination with the world inside the strange diary. But that was the end of it. Until her siphoned lips, she smiled a little bit. Kay then thought of leaning back down on her bed. You, oh my god, you finally noticed me. She could feel a sensation seeping into her back. A sweet, whispering voice tickled her ears. Then two slender white arms wrapped around her shoulders from behind. She had seen her before. She had already seen her before, but she had since forgotten her. She had doted on her as though she were her little sister. Okay, if this was me, I would be seriously freaking out. Then her arms disappeared. The room was quiet. It's way too quiet. There's neither the sound of the ocean nor the rattling of the windows. Is that you, A? Uh, I won't let you forget anymore. Oh, okay. Creepiest visual novel ever. Uh, everything about this is so weird. Cave run. Ask your teachers to let you switch rooms. Talk to somebody. It's the end of July. From the student lounge in the corner of the campus, a girl's scream penetrated throughout the academy. Oh, that's right. You can deal with this kind of stories, Cassie. Um, it's not that I can't deal with them. It's just the way you tell stories is far too creepy, Mincer. You get so into the details that else, and your tone emphasizes it. Besides, that was my first time hearing this story. Okay. So, uh, knowing that it's just a story makes it all a little bit less creepy. Uh, Not too much less creepy though. Because technically I knew that was a story, but I still was getting like really creeped out about this. Like I would not be surprised if I had nightmares about that tonight, or about something similar to that tonight. Uh, Really, I don't think it was that amazing. Besides, this story is pretty well known around here. I wouldn't be surprised if most heard it on their first day here. You know that story, right, Dr. Oros Nestor? Casserole and Mincer. They are both new students who enrolled at the beginning of April. The always innocent Cassie and Mincer the philosopher. They are a perfect match for each other. Uh, why do they all have numbers above their names? Stop calling me doctor, but yes, as Mincer said, I'll say most of the students in this academy have heard that story before, though I don't think Cassie's the only one who hasn't heard it. Isn't that right, my lovely trembling and peeler? Uh, so 499. Sorry, 49.99, 42.56. It's true that I haven't heard that story before, but I'm not really scared. I'm just feeling a little cold. You're pretending. You're pretending you're not scared. It's so cute. Uh, what the heck does that? Is that like? Is that supposed to be a like kawaii or something? And because I'm pretty sure kawaii is supposed to be cute. But in all honesty, I do not know Japanese. Or at least I do. At this point in time, I do not know Japanese. Um, like I barely know any Japanese words. So there's no way that I would be able to read that. Ugh, stop hugging me. Come on now, don't be shy. It's gay, isn't it? Oh, over here we have Oros Luster, dependable girl, and Peeler the introvert. The two of them had started here before Mincer and Cassie. That said, there were only about 3 months between their enrollment. Uh, and that is not unusual here at this academy. Students' enrollment dates are not fixed, and neither are graduation dates. It's, geez, what are you two doing out here in broad daylight? Go back to your room if you want to be so lovely, dovey. Oh, okay, so Mincer was 3614. And that's not what this is. Casserole was. I cannot read those numbers. It's like 13 or something. Like, I believe it's a zero. Like, I believe it's two zeros followed by a 1, then 3. Uh, it could be 18, but it could also be something else. So, So it is always cloudy the day before graduation, and the girl no one can remember we just talked about. What are the other five mysteries of this academy? Uh, well, I'll call it the girl no one can remember more of a horror story than one of the seven mysteries. But let's see. The only other mystery I can think of is the Cape at Night. Those two are only the only ones I know. So what's this Cape at Night about? It's said that if you were to walk down the shoreline close to the cape with your eyes closed around 2 in the morning, you would eventually reach a grass field where you can meet the person you were before or you came to this academy. However, it's said that the students who learn about their past will never graduate. Uh, well, that would be a problem. Oh, she is 13. Well, she is number 13. Well, that's what the Cape at Night is about. It's just about as popular of a story as the girl no one can remember. To my knowledge, there are a few girls who actually gave it a try. But with the midnight curfew in place, they didn't get anything nearly that romantic out of it. They just got suspended and had to write a bunch of formal apologies. Oh, that sounds nice. I kind of want to walk down the shoreline at night too. Well, I don't want to get suspended though, so I'll pass. So that's three of them. Peeler, do you know any other Academy mysteries? Nope, I'm sorry. Oh, you don't need to be sorry. Okay, I guess there are four mysteries in this Academy series of seven mysteries. Four? I thought we only had three of them. Yeah, I found a mystery scribbled in one of the books at the library. You can even say that we're having in this conversation on the School of Seven Mysteries because I wanted to know if it's true. Oh, okay. Ta-da! Here's the last one for today. The fourth of the seven mysteries is that any mysteries that the teachers learn of are erased from existence. Oh, I see. Yeah, that just solved the greatest mystery about this conversation. Um, Satisfied with the conclusion they have arrived at, they all nod among themselves. For the first time since this conversation started, all four pairs of eyes were pointing at me. Ichiro Yamada. I almost let sigh at the painful situation I'm suffering through, though I somehow managed to bear with it. Although I am the teacher in charge of Cassie, I have no idea why she called this nonsense of a meaning. And I got ahead of myself with when Cassie begged me, "You are the only one who I can ask." Hell, if I had known the truth, I would never have humored her. Er, Had I spent all this time working, I could have at least gotten some of the pile of paperwork on my desk done. God damn it. Screw you, Cassie. You should have allowed me to do my work. Doesn't seem like any of us heard that one before. What about you, Ichiro? Nope, I'm just some lame person who started at the academy on the same day you and Mincer arrives. This is all news to me. Really then? And it gets me worked up, wondering how the seven mysteries will turn out. And I wonder, it's Ichiro we're talking about. I don't think there's much we can expect from him. Yeah, true. What's that supposed to mean? Oh, nothing. But look, Ichiro. Oh, it's a good thing when others have low expectations for you. It just means they aren't worried about you backstabbing them. Yeah, I guess that is a good way to look at it. Uh, Plus, then, and if somebody has low expectations for you, then that means like you don't really have to work that hard, or because they probably want to send you to like hard stuff. You're taking a jab at me, aren't you? Did you really have to ask? It's too bright. Her nonchalant, worry-free smile is too bright for my eyes. You could have at least tried to deny it. Uh, Mr. Yamana, I'm rooting for you. Do your best and get rid of these mysteries. What the? Yeah, thanks. She sounds passionate and earnest. I know you are saying this purely out of goodwill, but I really have no idea how to react if you are rooting for me to do that. Oh my, oh my. Hey, that's an unusually bold thing for you to say, Peeler. I know, no offense with you, but you are making a fool out of your beloved Mr. Yamada. But it's only going to give him a headache if you ask him to do the impossible. No, that that's not what I meant. Okay, I guess it is, but I didn't mean it like that, Mr. Yamada. It's okay. I get so calm down. Sorry, I get it, so calm down. You and Aura Zester. I know you can't help but tease Peeler for how cute she is, but don't go too far. Oh, don't worry. I know exactly when to stop. Do you really? In response, Aura Zester shrugs her shoulders gracefully. Her eyes fixed on Peeler are filled with the gentleness of an older sister watching over her younger sibling. Okay, Thanks for listening, Ichiro. The four of us will find out whether these rumors have any basis. Brandishing a Bremian smile, she lightly bows. Well, since it looks like my job here is done, I suppose I'll head back. I have tons of work left to do, so I can't emphasize what a huge relief is. Okay, so there's nothing left on that thing. It moved on to a new one, so uh, I thank you all so much for watching this episode. Please like, comment, subscribe if you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys next time.